Sorry if anybody's watching. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Coloring with Lorri. Look at us. Orientation is right off the bat. Did nothing different, but it's the same. How strange, huh? Okay. Hello, if anybody's there. Whew, it's Friday. Oops. And we already got buffering. Nice. Hopefully that'll be it. All right. Let's see. I don't see anyone here, so I'm just going to keep working on setting up. I don't see anyone yet. For those watching the playback, hi, welcome to Coloring with Lorri. Appreciate you being here tonight. We're starting new Teresa Goodrich color lungs, buddy colors, whatever you call them. The on camera will be out of Small Town Charm. Off camera will be out of Home Sweet Home. So tonight, oops, thought I put that behind. Oh, yeah. Missed a page. So tonight I'm going to start working on this one. And then the off camera will be this one. And this is a buddy color with Kim from Kim's Creative Coloring. And I'm sure Amy Travels in Colors will join. I shouldn't say I'm sure. She might not. But yes, we're going to be focusing on this one tonight. Okay. So I know there was a couple people live today. Hopefully I'll get somebody in here with me. I don't have to spend the whole time talking to myself. Not real good at that. But still getting set up a little bit. In case I have any issues. Need to get to my channel. Oh, hello. Hi. I started a little bit early today because I, been having problems all day long today. So I thought, well, like the first thing I did, I turned on my computer and it didn't work. So I was like, well, if I don't have a moderator, I can't do anything. So anyway, you caught me talking to myself for sure tonight. I even said I might be stuck here talking to myself all night. So I started our buddy color. I did do a little bit. That's all I did. Just got it started. Really cute page. I like it. I'm sure you got a lot more done, didn't you? I knew better than that? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, that's true. I only worked on it for maybe an hour. I really like the Prismas on this paper. They're so enjoyable. They're so soft and creamy on here. I think that's why I wanted to work in this book. It's such a smooth paper, and Prismas usually like a little bit more tooth, but I don't know. They really lay down nice on here. I was enjoying this. And then you know what I discovered as I was coloring this? This is a page we're starting tonight, right? Bricks and flowers and stone. Same thing. Bricks and flowers and stone. Like, oh man. Oh, that I would be in by myself? Well, I don't know. People fall asleep sometimes. I don't know if you saw this one too, Amy. You came in when Kim was talking about this on her live. It was either yesterday or the day before. I had said to you that you'd probably join us for her to show you the page, but I don't think she ever did. So the Home Sweet Home one she wants to do, we're doing too. Like, you know, another off-camera one like we did with the farm scenes. So Home Sweet Home, do you want to join us with this one? Yeah, it does. I love them on there. So this is the one we'll be doing off camera if you want to join us with that. I was glad she picked this one. I really like this one. I just am getting kind of tired of the dog, but he's cute. She'll probably color him black since she has a black lab. But I love the picture. So yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. I told her you probably would, but at the same time, you were kind of cutting back on pages. So yoo-hoo me. I finished 4 whips this week. Can you believe it? This sucker's done. I want to see if it looks any better on camera because it looked really washed out on the picture. If I can get this in frame good. I mean, it is kind of light because, you know, I used it's all Albert Durer. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's all Faber-Castell. Albert Durer and some polychromos for, yep, 4 whips. I'm so excited. I can't even believe it. And I don't know if you can see the difference in the little ducks and those leaves that I said I wasn't, that's what I wasn't done with. Those, her, and these. So you probably can't tell the difference, but thank you. All right. Well, Amy, geez, it might just be me and you tonight. So what do you want to talk about? I'm going to start with the planners. And I do see the mute button, but it's like, oh no, it disappeared. Like after I started, it's not there anymore. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Hi, Jay Carey. How funny that you came in right then, because I just stood up to look for my mute button. And yep, it is right there. Thank you. How stupid of me. How stupid. I always come by your live, Jay. Well, I shouldn't say always, you know. Never say always and never say never. But even if I don't say hi, believe me, I'm stopping in to give you a like, because I appreciate you. You are such a good supporter of all of us out here on YouTube, and I definitely want to give that back to you. So, doing good, doing good. How are you? Yeah, I just, you know, and it didn't even, like, occur to me that the microphone was a mute button. And it doesn't say it once you start your live. Like, before you go live, like she said, yeah, it says mute on it. But it's in a different spot. And I just never, you know, I'm nervous. I'm new. Worrying about 800 things going on. Am I doing this right? I'm doing that right? I don't know if you remember me talking about how the orientation, like all of a sudden, YouTube's telling me that my phone's in the wrong orientation. And I kept saying, well, YouTube's in the wrong orientation because my phone is right, but it's telling me I'm upside down, that I'm in the wrong orientation, but I can see that I'm not. So, today it didn't do it. Today it was perfectly fine. So I don't know if that's been like a weird glitch in YouTube. Do I see Taylor in the chat? Hiya, Taylor. Welcome. Hi, Bubbles. Thanks for the likes, guys. Appreciate you. Hello, hello, everyone. Hope you're all well. Thank you so much, Bubbles. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's weird. Like, you can see your orientation's right, but it's telling you it's wrong. Yeah, tonight it did not do it. It's the first time in 3 weeks, so maybe YouTube got it fixed with whatever was going on, because that was getting annoying. So I'm like, what do you mean and I was just like, YouTube, your orientation is wrong. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but you wrong. Thank you for anybody watching, anybody stopping in, giving a thumbs up. Appreciate the high, appreciate the thumbs up. Really appreciate those subscribers this week. Thank you to all. Oh, that's weird. Well, why would Restream and YouTube? That's really weird. That's really weird. So I'm going to do these kind of standard terracotta pot because they look like standard terracotta pots to me. So the 3 colors I'm going to start with are burnt ochre, terracotta, and Tuscan red. And I know I'm going to need probably yellow or ochre. Yeah, bring in that yellow ochre too. And I'll start with the burnt ochre base. So what everybody do today? Anything exciting? What you coloring? Did you do a video or a live today, Taylor? I slept until 6:45 p.m. today. I was up a little bit in the afternoon, but I had a really rough start today. We had thunderstorms all night and really change in the weather. And I don't know if you know anything about MS. Weather changes is like it triggers a lot of stuff. So I just very fatigued, and I think I should have stayed in bed longer. Because you're coloring the same thing I'm coloring? Cool. Alive, and it was sideways. Yeah, but you had everything the same it was, right? And it was sideways? Thanks, J. Carey. Boy, you ladies got my back. I appreciate you. So, Taylor, I have I've had my fish tank 10 years, and I've been doing my water changes the same way for 10 years. And I have to pull a hose across the length of my whole house from the utility room to the other side of the wall, which is a pretty fair amount of space. Maybe I'm really good with 10, 20, 30, maybe 60, 70 feet. The hose came out of the tank. It was a nightmare. I had water everywhere. I could not believe it. And I can't move fast because I'm still struggling with this leg. So I'm trying to run back to shut the water off. I'm like, do I shut the water off? Do I put the hose back in the tank first? Oh my God, that has not happened in 10 years. And I was like, what? It was horrible. There's like water on the ceiling. It's all over the one, it's in the basement, but I have a living room and like a sitting room and an office down here. It's the full size of the upstairs. And it is just everywhere. I go to sit at the table and it's all over the table and I'm like, "Oh my God." It was a nightmare. I'm like, "Why did I get up?" So, hi View. Welcome, welcome. Me and my mom listened to your live today, View. I don't know if you saw that. She asked me what you were using, and I'm like, I don't know, some messy sticks. My mom does not need to know about any more products. She even said that. I don't want to know. Because she'll be like on there looking them up, trying to see. Now I'm just going back and forth for any of you following along. I'm just going back with the Tuscan red, the burnt ochre, and the terracotta. Just going back and forth to get my blend, light, medium, dark. And then I have, the light for the blender. But that's what I'm doing right now for anybody watching. Kind of missing my Johanna paper. They're working on that. This is work. She enjoyed you. She said you had a nice, soft, easy to listen to voice. There's some channels that I cannot listen to when I'm sitting up with my mom. That she doesn't like the background noises, or a lot of it she can't hear. But there was one particular channel, I can't remember who it was now, but she just, is there anyone else on or something, she'll say. It's pretty funny. Towels, just using towels. Thank God, like after it flew out of the tank and did whatever it did, it then fell right next to the tank. So the majority of the water was right there. I don't think you cussed at all, no view, but don't worry because she's used to cussing around here. Oh. Got a glare on my chat today. Can't see. We're all a work in progress, view. I think she's happy to listen to somebody else instead of me. So. Yeah, and I've been talking about my extra set of Neocolor 2s, that I came about accidentally. Of course, I didn't buy, 2 sets of Neocolor 2s on purpose. And I don't really, I kind of do want to go into why I have 2 sets, but I don't want to go into why I have 2 sets. But I would just say be careful when you're gifting. That's all I will say. But, yeah, I opened them. The only reason I even opened the box was because it said there was a free palette in there, and I wanted to see if it was one of those plastic Caran d'Ache palettes, because I didn't have one at the time. And, which I ended up getting. My sister-in-law works for Dick Blick, so I get a pretty good discount when I get stuff, and she also will give me damaged stuff for returns that are broken and stuff like that. So, that's why I have like a lot of extras of things and stuff. But yeah, the Neocolors are still in the shipping box. They're still in the tin, untouched. And I just can't get to the post office, so that's how I end up stuck with them, so to say. I don't get around very well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that my sister-in-law gave it to me. I don't remember paying for it, so. But when I first started coloring, I was still working, and I was a professional. I taught college and I worked for the county, so I kind of laugh when I hear Mary from, what is her channel? Mary One Life's channel. I kind of laugh when I hear her talk about when she was rich, when she did hair. And I kind of feel like that too. It's not like, you're rich and you got all kinds of money, but you're able to buy whatever you want to buy when you buy it, so you do kind of feel rich in a sense, rich in that, you can get what you want. So I kind of feel like that too. And I was never a bar hopper. I don't go to movies. I did go out to eat a little bit, but not a lot. So I felt like that was my entertainment. You know, that's what I spent my money on. It really is having someone work at Blix. It's nice. But no, I wanted to question you about that. Like, is there a way to have, mail service pick them up or whatever? Because I have a couple plans of what I want to do with them. I just can't do anything right now. Being on Social Security, retirement, disability, it's very weird about, you can't give things away, you can't make money. I don't think you're even supposed to get gifts, which I don't. I don't exchange for Christmas or my birthday just because of my financial situation and I can't get out and shop. And our family we just really haven't done that in a very long time. So, did you, Taylor? I think I've been to the bar since I've turned 21 maybe 3 times to like actually go to the bar to go out drinking. And it was just when I first met Mike, he took me to the bar twice. That was like, we went with friends to the bar. Really? Hmm. It's interesting. I did not know that, Taylor. Yeah, because like I said, I do have, I mean, it's stupid for me to keep them. I have a full set, which I rarely use. And then, to have a second full set that's, like I said, never used. So, in my mind, I was thinking, like, if I ever got to 1,000 subscribers, like a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. But, like I said, in my course, maybe I'll be 62 by then. Who knows? In my position, I can't give anything away. So, and if I sell anything, I have to report it, and then they deduct that. So it's just a big old mess. But yeah, I should probably quit teasing about it. And I was thinking about that today when you guys were talking about the price, and I thought I saw Bubble say she got hers for 100. Actually, I was listening at the end of views, but I was reading the chat, but I couldn't listen, so I could only see what you guys were saying, not what View was saying. So I don't know if she was still talking about the Neo Color 2s. If you think about that, if they were $100 10 years ago, that's probably equivalent to $200 now. Yeah. So think about that. 10 years ago, that's probably is the equivalent to like 200 now. Oh my gosh, the cost of everything is bizarre. I think I paid about 160 for mine. They might have been 140 because I know I actually had gifted them to 2 people. Two of my favorite channels way back then. Like it was 8 years ago, I do believe. I should have looked when I brought them up today because it showed me the last time I purchased them on my phone. But yeah, I had gifted 2 people the full sets. So I know they were a good price at the time. And yeah. So here I sit with the extra set. And I sharpened mine, Taylor. Were you talking about those with the points, or were you talking about the gel sticky thingies? Yeah, those King Art gel sticks are getting tempting. I quit watching people when they're talking about those things. I definitely don't need anything more for backgrounds. What's happening, like I have too many things for backgrounds now, so then when I go to do the background, You know, I'm like, oh, do I want to use pastels? Do I want to use chalks? Do I want to use distress inks? Do I want to use the neil colors? So it's just getting a little overwhelming with products. That's why I just keep telling myself, you don't need anything else. Just, you know, like I said, maybe replacements for things that I already have. That would be about it. Sharpen them. Um, you can use either a Crayola pencil sharpener. What I did originally, I bought one of these. It's a Faber-Castell pencil sharpener, and it holds. I don't want to open it over here because my stuff's gonna come out, but this little bit larger hole here sharpens it very nicely. And actually, the pigment holds in there, so you could actually pull it out and save your pigment for like watercolor usage. And use it just like watercolors. Nice little point. Nice back. Yep, so that's what I do. I hope Taylor was watching me. There she is. Okay, say no more. I will sharpen mine tonight and try it out again. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I like the points on them too. I know I got a comment from um Tasia, you know, she's, I can't believe you sharpened your DO2s. And I said, they're going to last me forever. She's like, well, not if you sharpen them. Like, as little as I use them, they're going to last me forever. So, I don't know if she's here tonight or not. If you are, Tasia, I finished our buddy color. Finally. I wasn't going to do it, but yep. Yep. 4 whips this week, View. I finished 4 whips. I'm so happy. I know you did a lot. But I only had like half my pages done, so. So what did I do? Starting 4 more. So this is the one we're gonna do like live on Fridays from Small Town Charm, and Kim also wanted to do one out of Home Sweet Home, so we're doing the double pages again, like on camera, off camera. So this one will be the off camera color along if anybody wants to color in the Home Sweet Home. She picked the doggy one, which is very cute. So we'll be doing that one too. Thank you. Thank you. What are you coloring, Taylor? Leave Kim alone? Okay, I leave Kim alone. I felt bad I missed her live today. I slept right through it. I did pop on and give a like, of course, and I'll watch it. Probably watch it tonight, actually. I think I'm all caught up. Unless somebody else goes on. I don't know. Tasha, you know, Tasha's really not into the social media that much anymore, so if she pops in, it's kind of a bonus. But, you don't know. She might be listening, might not. I can't see on my computer. Oh, okay, there it is over there. Well, thank you to anyone watching. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Even though she's the reason, really, um, her and Amy are the ones that really pushed me towards having a YouTube channel. So, it's all their fault. I had to laugh in somebody's live. People were talking about, not telling people that they adult color, or, the reactions we get when we tell people that we color. And, I never really, a couple people knew, of course, people who come over and see my coloring books out, and, my sister-in-law who's helping me buy the stuff, and a little bit of talking with the brother and sister or whatever, But nobody really knew I colored. Oh, I'm going to have pencil problems again today. Until I started the channel, I feel like, oh, I came out as a colorist when I started my channel. So yeah, I did feel like some kind of way about telling people this pencil's gonna crumble. I was already going through so many changes, and then, oh yeah, sit around and color. But whatever. I don't think it's any different than any other craft at this point. Right, coming out stories. Right, exactly. I don't know why. I think mainly, Taylor, just because like my life was changing so much already, so I was already like feeling something. So then it was like, ugh, they're gonna make fun. And originally people were like, well, why color? You need to draw. Try drawing. What are you coloring for? When they would see my stuff and they're like, oh, you got to be able to sell that. Can't you draw that? You should be, And it's like, look, I don't even like drawing. Why? I don't want to try to draw. I don't enjoy it. I don't want to do it. So the one person that was really up my butt, I drew like this little tiny banana. And I said, okay, there you go. There's my drawing. So I had to laugh when you started on that banana the other day, Amy. It was funny. This lead is broke up inside this pencil. It's wobbling, wobbling, wobbling. It's a good color too. I think all those pencils, when that factory first moved to Mexico, I think they're all garbage. Yeah. Yeah, you think like everybody knows about it, but they don't. But I have one friend who I call him my brother because he's been my brother's friend since I can remember. Since probably kindergarten. And he is so supportive. He's so happy that I'm doing something with the coloring, the YouTube channel, to letting people see it and just to be doing something with it rather than just coloring, I guess. But other than that, none of my family watches, so I think it's really nice. He's so supportive. I said with my mom, the first time I asked her to watch my video, she wouldn't watch it. She's like, I know that's not right. And she's like, I know I should be interested. I said, yeah, it's kind of like the little girl going to, her first ballerina recital. And nah, I don't want to go. But I'm used to it. My mom is just not that typical mom. And I'm not saying anything she doesn't know and doesn't say herself, so don't think I'm talking bad about my mom, because I'm not. It's just, she's different. You didn't tell about your channel? Why not? Now that I did do. Because for one, the only reason I really wanted to start a channel was to go live, so that, I could chat a little bit, I guess. Amy made me do it. We're gonna get her up here one day, guys. But, yeah, so I just wanted the 50 subscribers, so I did call on my friends and family. Hey, I know that feeling. I know that feeling. But they don't really like me either, so it's okay. I don't see my family that much at all. Kind of weird. There's no feuds or no fighting or no harsh feelings or anything. We just don't really get together much anymore. You wanted it, you just pushed me over the edge. Yeah, probably. I don't want to say out loud what I was waiting for because I feel like that would jinx it, so. Then we don't want to go to sad. I'll tell you, I watched a live this week that put me in a place that I learned something. I'm not watching lives like that anymore. Nope, nope, nope. Secondary trauma is very real if you're unaware of it. Oh, sorry about the sniffle. I'm so used to being alone all the time that it's just anyone else that's retired and no children. Just start doing weird things. Yeah, nope, I can't do it, Taylor. I just can't. Nope. I get it. Like, people need to vent, and I'm not knocking you. I just, like I said, I learned something about myself, that's for sure. So, self-protection. It's not the right word. Anyway, doesn't matter. Anyway. Yeah, boy, was I having a day today. Like I said, I did not want to get out of bed. We had really bad thunderstorms last night. They were kind of scary, and tornado warnings again. I live in Michigan. Like, we don't really have a lot of tornadoes, but geez, the last few years they've been all around me. It's getting scarier. Yeah, me too, Taylor. Or you. I'm sorry. Was reading both your comments at the same time. Yeah. Because sometimes, like, the cussing done in the right way can be very humorous. So, that actually sometimes can be a outlet for me. And being I'm a very empathetic person, so, but then I've got my own shit, which, sorry, pardon me. some days just are worse than others. And that was just a bad day. But like I said, nothing against it and this and that. I learned something about myself. That's for sure. Ooh. So who ended up? I forgot already. Wow, who ended up winning the bubbles on the second spin? Bubbles giveaway for the Kirby's. Yeah, this paper is a lot of hard work after working on that, what is that book? All Joanna's books have different paper too. I find that Magical Worlds. Well, if you guys missed me talking about that, that paper loves the Prismacolors or vice versa, however you would say it. Prismacolors work beautiful in that book. That's right, Foxy. I forget that. Yeah, I was telling Mike about that yesterday. I said, I knew Amy was going to win. I just knew. I just knew. I just felt it. It was weird. Then as soon as I heard her say the number, I was like, she did. She won. Those are pretty cool. I don't usually join well, I can't actually join giveaways, so don't take it in offense, anybody, that I don't want to give you my address. That's not what it is. Okay. I even asked Mike last night, I'm looking at this, and I'm like, these stairs confuse me. They look like wood, and they also look like brick. Now, I am most likely going to do them like brick, but I'm not quite sure. And the reason I say brick is because of the cover. It has the same kind of cracks and stuff in their brick. So, I don't know. What do you guys think, though? What do they look like to you? Brick or wood? Like I said, these little cracks confuse me. And she's very bad at drawing stairs. Not going to be able to get the depth in there to give that stair. Ooh. Really, Amy? That's good. Well, I'm glad you won. Yeah, I am kind of... Now, if it was something, that I really, really wanted, then I'd be like, oh, here you go. Here's my address. But I wouldn't mind one of Bubbles trading cards, because I do feel like, she probably will be, someday, probably an artist. I think I'll work on some of these flowers up in the left here. I'm sorry, my thoughts are kind of blah today. Not quite sure why. I didn't have a bad day, other than the water all over the place. I still can't believe that happened. Alright. I think we'll use Prussian, olive, and apple to start. We'll see. I'll probably come in with something lighter. One of the yellow chartreuse. I'm not really liking that apple with them too. What else can we do? Lime peel? Maybe the lime peel. Apple's one of my favorite colors. So I always grab it first. But yep, you got one. Well, that's what I said too, Amy. I want one of yours. Those little colored ones you're doing with the deck of cards, that was such a cute idea. Was that your idea, or did you get that from, I'm going to start with the olive green, I think, for if you're doing this page. The parts that are not shaped in leaves. I've had a couple comments that people say they're following along, so that's why I explain and give colors, if you're wondering. So I was really happy with the tub page, and I think a lot of that I have to give credit to View here because she helped me with the color choices. The purple with the gold, which I think was an excellent choice. My brain, when I'm on here on live, I just can't think. That's why I was trying to pick colors before I came on today. Looking at it last night. But it's definitely the hardest thing for me. So I was thinking, like, I'm struggling with how to use the color cubes. So I think I'm going to start using those as, like, a starting point. Like, not where I have to stick to the colors on the cubes, but here's some colors to use to get you started, and then, you know, add to them. And not just be stuck with those colors, but just kind of use them as a starting point, I think is what I'm going to start doing with them. Well, thanks, View. I'm glad you think I'm kind. But yeah, I think the colors were 50% of why that page came out so good. So definitely some credit goes to you, View. I'm just not good at that. Nothing in my life that I've ever done had to do with coordinating colors. You know, like my mom, I love her color choices, and I think, well, she sewed and crocheted and cross-stitched and knitted, and, you know, so everything she did was color coordination. I have absolutely no style when it comes to clothes. You know, especially these days, pajamas, lounge pants, and a t-shirt. I took my younger sister shopping with me when I started teaching college. We had to wear suits. You had to wear jewelry, and you had to wear makeup, which I thought was very weird in this day and age that they could tell you that, but they did. So I had to take her shopping with me to help me put outfits together because I did not know how to dress like that. If you're gonna get one set, get both, because like it's $60 for one or 80 for two. Or you got no style. Nope, I got no style. I was jeans, t-shirt, you know, usually a concert shirt, flannel shirt over it, open, you know, just nope. I had no style. Exactly. Sticking with the 4 or 5 colors is very hard. That's why I feel like I would use them, um, just as a starting point and not just, oh, let me just stick to this. I think that would definitely be the way I'm going to start using them. I think the digital sets are better, aren't they? Because you can get the pencil, like put in, okay, so I want to match these pencils to polychromos or prismas, and then it tells you the exact colors. Don't you get that with the digital? Or am I wrong? I didn't do it because I'm kind of digitally ignorant, and I felt like if I bought it and put it somewhere, if I got a new phone or if I did this or that, I would lose it. So I was just kind of afraid to go the digital route, and I can't. This printer I have is stupid. It doesn't print anything from my phone. It's supposed to be Wi-Fi, and then it's like I try to print it off the computer upstairs and then come down here, and what I'm doing down here will print up there, and it's just like, what the heck? So I don't know. Yeah, see which is different, like the printing out all your cubes or buying the cubes. Hi Kim, I was just talking about you. Oh, that would be great, laminated. See, I'm like that too, View. It's that old school thing. Gotta hold it. Gotta hold them. They say that's why coloring, got so popular because we actually miss paper and pencil. Like that's the theory behind why adult coloring is so popular. That we just really miss using paper and pen and paper and pencil, and I get that. I used to be addicted to paper. I was just like, ooh, this is a nice pad of paper, and buy it. Next thing you know, you got 18 pads of paper, and it's like, why do I have all this paper? Cannot tell you how much printing paper I have around here, but that's from when I was teaching and had to print the syllabuses out and everything. I could have printed them in the lounge, but it was always backed up, and their computers would jam, and then you're late for class, and your students can leave if you're 15 minutes late. So I just printed them at home. Yes, I'm like that too. I need to feel it, hold it, touch it, see it. Snitching. Who's snitching? Who's snitching? Oh, that's right. That chocolate pencil's still missing, huh? Still on the run. I do not like the way she drew this plant. This pencil's got a broken lead, too. What the heck, Prisma? Like I said, guys, I got 3 sets of Prismacolors way, way back. They were $60 a set. And they weren't, um, fakes, but there was a quality control problem going on at the time when they were changing warehouses and stuff. So if you're new to Prismacolor, that's why mine break all the time. Because I know they were, like I said, $60 for the 150 sets, so can't remember if I bought 3 or 4. I know I bought a lot because my mom goes, when my mom was coloring, she could go through pencils doing a page because she uses cheap electric pencil sharpener. She just puts it in there and she'll start with a full pencil. She'll do a bush and the pencil's gone. So I know I'm probably driving Taylor crazy that I'm coloring so slow. I'm kind of struggling with what's going on in this pot. This is still broke. It's still wobbling. The leads, like, are not... This actually is centered, too. Right in the middle. You do? Yeah, because I didn't really use Prismacolor. I used polychromos, but when my mom stopped coloring, I was like, well, I better start using these Prismacolors, because at the time she stopped, the 3 full sets were still full sets. So I'm going through them pretty good now because I've been coloring so much more. Like I said, when I first started too, I was still working, so I didn't color that much, but now this month will probably be my biggest month because I completed the 4 whips. I actually have 6 pages finished already for the month, which is bizarre. I usually color 1. I did think of one more whip I have in a Kirby Roseanne's book, but I honestly, I think the whole time I've been coloring, I always have a whip going in a Kirby Roseanne's book because I color like this kind of stuff upstairs and then I would color the Kirby's down here. But lately I've been doing the Froggerty pictures down here. The R.J. Hampton's frog pictures. Which I actually started one of those. I really like that book. I enjoy coloring in there. And it gives me marker practice because I need to use all these stupid markers my mom bought too. Someday I'll be having an arts and crafts sale. I have so much stuff. I do color along with my country life and she is wearing out my Christmas. Yeah. I can't watch her, the music and stuff. And I guess if I like colored to music and I could play my own music and watch what she did, that would be different. But like the 6-hour long video to the music. I did 2 way back in the beginning with Chris Ching. She kind of does the same thing, but she speeds it up so it's even harder. But you can slow it down on your phone. So yeah, when I came back to coloring on YouTube, I did start watching her a little bit, but I laugh when you say that. She'll have 40 I colored like that. That's why that one pencil case is a mess, because I use so many different colors. I asked my mom if she wanted a little project. I'm going to try to put the whole 150 back with all the extras. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Zucchini Kitty too. 54 pencils. Yep, that's about me. Amy, I did block my mom out of her Amazon account and she started another one. I just noticed today she's got 4 cases of markers sitting next to her. I said, where did those come from, Mom? So she bought 4 sets of the acrylic, a set of watercolor pencils, the Castle Art Golds, and the Castle Arts Harmonious. And I started giving her stuff away, and it was like she panicked and bought all this stuff. I am just like, What? So now I'm just not going to say anything. So what I'm doing here is just kind of doing the olive green and the Prussian green in the background, and then kind of filling in these little leaves on top with the lime peel. And like I said, if you're following along, coloring along, you know what I mean. This is kind of a weird flowery thing. Thank you again for anyone watching and being here, and for any of your thumbs up. That's exactly what she said. If you give my stuff away, I'll show you. I was like, what the heck? The problem is now, and you can ask Amy, because I'm kind of embarrassed about it, but I took a picture of the room where I put all the stuff that my mom orders. And it's getting a little out of hand. It's getting a little out of hand. I have to find a way to make her markers more accessible to me. If I was to put them, that's why I was asking about that 500 case, like that $20 case. Is that thing still $20? That might be the answer for all those markers, but I think she's actually got more than how many markers the case would hold. But I would like to have the markers down here. That's what I said. I'm sure one of these days I'm going to be having a craft sale. You guys will all have to take a bus to Michigan. Hey, good news. I'm near an airport if you want to fly. Metro Airport's only about 45 minutes away. I'm very close to the Detroit airport also. Those planes are scary, though. Dad took us on one of those planes once. Whew, that was a scary ride. The lady's like, would you want a drink? My dad's like, does it have a lid? Like, it was so shaky. Like, how the heck were we going to drink anything? Yeah, what I gave away was, like, all her Crayola, because she would use... I used to romper rooms, so she would buy the 8-packs. So she had 12 packs of the big fat 8-packs, and she had 12 packs of the little ones. Then there was like 5 packs of Crayola crayons that weren't even open. All kinds of watercolor markers, Sargents and Super Tips and Artisas, and this. I just put it all in a box and I sent it to Mike's work, because the women there have children, and I said, either divide it up, give it to your boss. His boss has 3 little girls under the age of 13. I'm like, I feel bad that it's just sitting here. Yes, all planes are scary now. I agree. So I was like, just take it to work, give it to the kids. Another broken soldier. Guys, and I don't push hard. I'm sure you can tell by how much layering I do that, I'm not putting pressure on these pencils at all. These points are just falling right out. Did we lose Kim? Did she go back to sleep? I thought for sure she was going to ask what I was talking about her about, but... Nope. Okay. Oh my God, yes, I flew on Spirit once too. Oh, shaky. My dad was so funny though with her asking if he wanted something to drink. It's fucking hilarious. Oh my gosh. Gosh, it didn't even seem like I sharpened my pencil that much. Oh my. Making messes. I have both my sharpeners over here to empty. I keep forgetting. Everything's so behind in my house with limping around. It's so dang difficult to do stuff. And I try to use the walker as much as I can because then it doesn't hurt when I walk. If I don't use the walker, it hurts. So I put things on the edge of things and try to remember to grab them to carry in different directions. There's got to be something stuck in there. Boy, anybody watching me tonight that doesn't have Prismacolors would be like, I ain't buying those crappy pencils. Like I said, I'm sure it had a lot to do with the price. This one just nothing. Having no luck. Oh, there she is. Okay. I don't even remember what I was talking about, you know. I think I was just talking about the color alongs. Oh, no. Sorry I missed your live today. That was the other thing I was talking about. I didn't get up till 6:45 today. So, didn't quite make it. But it definitely given me something to watch tonight. And you guys talking about watching TV and stuff. Yeah, I don't really watch any TV. Nothing. We don't even have cable, so I just watch like Hulu and Netflix, and we have all those Paramount and Amazon. Between the three of us, one of us has one or the other or something. But I watch old programs like Monk and Matlock, and there's another one I don't remember. I am stuck watching Idol because my dad watches it, so I watch it so we can talk about who's winning. Have something to talk to him. We talk about Idol and baseball. What the heck? Kim, what does that say? What has you saying? Oh, okay. What has you saying, Lori? Monk? It's a detective. He's a detective. Well, he was a police detective, but his wife died, and he got like an anxiety disorder. But he's a super good detective. Like, everybody else can go into the room, not see something. He'll walk in there and just see something crazy, like that nobody noticed, and is like a huge clue. So, so he's not a monk. It's his last name, Andrew Monk. It's old. Yeah, Taylor, you better behave. Kim gets a little cranky. You're in trouble. I totally think he's gonna win. Yep, yep. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be Gabby. Was that her name? I was shocked she got voted off. I was stunned. She like really reminded me of oh gosh, I'm not gonna be able to remember her name. You know who I mean. If you're watching, you know who Gabby reminds us of. What the heck? Monk is on, what is he on? Prime. Oh, you view, that's cool. You know who, see, Taylor, Monk knows who View is. Monk knows who View is. Well, she's probably calling him too. She's got that connection with all these people. I'm waiting for you to call Teresa Goodrich here and tell her to get some better paper. You're cracking me up. I'm tired of coloring on this crap paper. Yep, me too, View, me too. But see, this is how this started. My mom would color these with markers, and they would look so pretty because of the dark lines. So I was constantly buying her these books to color, and she didn't really care for them. So I'm like, well, I need to start coloring them. But they're really not. I'm a paper snob for sure. Kim will tell you that, that's for sure. She used to make fun of me because I was very paper snobby. And it was probably because, too, I was just learning and, I had no idea how to work that Amazon paper. Because I really didn't know how to work the pencils. Oh, you're watching. See, I don't watch live, so I can't vote. You watch Monk too, Amy? Cool. Got Taylor running scared now. She'll behave. You're calling him right now? Okay, good. Yep, yep. You better apologize now. Did you tell her last year she didn't care, huh? Oh, that's cute. Amy, buy a fire stick. It was the best investment I ever did. I think my one upstairs broke last night, though. Doesn't seem to be connecting to the TV. Thought it was just the batteries. Change the batteries. I don't know. We buy Amazon batteries, and Mike says that's why the stuff doesn't work. But I mean, come on, the Fire Stick's Amazon, and it came with Amazon batteries. He won't let me put like 9-volt Amazon batteries in the smoke alarms or anything. Smoke detectors. Hi, Jess. Nice to see you. Hi, Sarah. If Sarah's around. Oh, you can watch Monk? Oh, did I? Oh no, it's buffering again. Amy, you watch Monk on cable TV on a channel? Because I think View's looking for him. I'm seeing some blurry stuff and stuff. Can you guys hear me okay? I am, Jess. Thank you. I hope you are too. I had kind of a crazy day, but I'm okay. Slept all day. Told them I slept till 7:15 p.m. today, but you know, I didn't go to bed till like 9 in the morning, and then I was up a little bit in the afternoon with Mike. Mike even slept till noon. He never sleeps past 10:30. He's usually up at 9:30. We had really bad storms and thunderstorm tornado warnings and stuff last night, so I think we were both a little, didn't go to sleep until it like stopped storming and stopped raining, kind of thing. Worried about stuff. Yeah, I could see I was having some problems. And you know what's weird about the interruptions, like all the buffering, and you guys said my voice was all messed up and everything last week? Watching the playback, there's no interruptions. So I don't know if YouTube fixes it or if it's just because the internet's not making the connection at the time, but it's recording clear. But I thought that was very weird that the recording is perfectly fine, because I was going to delete it and not leave it up if, I'm just like, you couldn't hear me. Oh, wow. Well, I hope you're feeling better. Your eyes feeling better? That's Taylor. I was like thinking the same thing. As soon as she got here, it's like Buffy came with her. Oh, okay, so you won't know. It's ongoing. Got it. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. I don't see any more interruptions. We still okay. Of course, Mike's going to be home in about 10 minutes, so. I don't know, though. He's been really busy this week. Even during the week, they're getting, he closes the kitchen at 11, and he hasn't been getting home till after 1. So closing the kitchen at midnight. I don't know what time he's going to get home. I haven't heard from him again, which means he's busy. Because he usually calls me throughout the day, unless he has a busy day. And no call today. Yeah, I hope she knows that we're just kidding, because I chimed in too. I was going to try shutting off my Wi-Fi on my phone and just using my, data. And I don't know if that would stop the Wi-Fi problems, but the data should pick up anyway, even if the Wi-Fi goes out, so. And like I said, it doesn't show up in the recording, which I find the weirdest. Well, Taylor, I told him that, and he thought that was so funny. He goes, "Well, I hope they know I'm not, like, making you get off." And no, 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 no. I support that, and, like it was a bad thing. And I'm like, "No, Mike, she was being funny." I said, and then, when he got the humor or whatever, he thought it was funny. The only reason I do is because he'll get loud. He won't care. Like, even last week, he said, "I didn't think you'd still be on." I'm like, "I'm always still on. What are you talking about? I wait until you come home." Because he was a little loud. I don't know if you guys could hear him. He came in booming. Listening to something. I think if I worked at a bar all night, I'd want it quiet, but I think he gets used to the noise, and the quiet's uncomfortable because he likes it noisy. TV's always on. He actually did, last night, not, today is, what day is today? Friday. Wednesday night, the night I told you, Amy, he was playing the guitar and making me sing. He plays and makes me sing. Yeah, that's how he shook my mood. Got me singing. Got me buzzed. I agree with that, Jess, and I'm glad you enjoy it. I wish I could stream longer. Sorry, you just woke up. Maybe somebody else will. I know the last couple of weeks people have been streaming after me. It's been kind of nice. Then I can shake off my ugh. I don't know why I get so nervous. It's not like you can see me. I really don't understand the nerve thing. I guess some sense of exposure in some way. I'm not really sure. It's definitely getting better. Like, I don't feel super nervous right now, but I think the other thing too, I take my inhaler right before I do it, so it's probably a little bit of, and it's a steroid, Symbicort, so I might get a little bit of anxiety from that playing in it too, so. No, if my mom's asleep, she's asleep, but she's actually awake right now. She just got up at 10 tonight. I'm, everybody in this household is like a night owl. My mom worked midnights her whole life, so she just got up at 10. I gave her dinner around 11. She's been eating at 8. I told her that she's changed her schedule, but she hasn't been sleeping really good because of the cough. She's still got the cough, and I think it's a cardiac cough. I think it's going to be hers forever now. So when I didn't want to wake her up to eat, I let her sleep because I know she hasn't been sleeping well. So she was up this afternoon till about 3, so she slept from like 3 to 10. But yeah, no, and she goes in her room and turns on the fan and shuts the door, so we stay in the basement most of the time. The TV is down here. My fish tank's down here. Pebbles, for some reason, does not like being upstairs. She really likes being in the basement. Which is weird. I find weird. Jess, do you have perfume on? I know it started running when you came in, too. It's funny. Let's blame everything on Jess today. I'm just kidding, Jess. Jess is always bulletin arts. Sarah always uses her own account in chat. We're only together in this chat. Okay. It's not your fault, Jess. I think it's the time of day. And you know what? Actually, when Mike smokes cigarettes, and when he comes home and goes in the garage, he smokes a cigarette, and a lot of times I will sneeze. I'm a little bit further away. You gotta be kidding me. This pencil breaking too. So he may be home and in the garage and smoking. That's probably why my nose is running. I'm sorry. It's not always your fault. Definitely not always your fault. Yeah, I'm always surprised when I see your long videos. I'm getting really annoyed with these Prismacolors today, let me tell you. That I am. Yeah, if this was a set that I would just bought, I would probably never use Prismacolors again. This is ridiculous. So if any of you out there are haters on Prismas because your pencils are always breaking, let me tell you, you got a shit set. I apologize about cussing. But, what is this? Every single pencil I've used today has broke. And Jess, I think I figured it out why they hurt my hands so much. And maybe you would agree to this too. Like where other pencils are layering pencils and these are kind of a blending pencil, I think you have to apply a little bit more pressure with these to get the color to come out. So I think that might actually be the issue. Just thinking about that today because I've been using them all day and my hands are killing me. I'm like, why are they? Then I was like, well, you know, I'm blending. I'm not really layering. So what do you think of that theory? Oh, good luck. Yeah, Kim, I agree. And, you know, I've had the best luck with the Tegel because, you know, then I don't get the long point where it breaks. But these are falling out. The lead is falling out on the inside. You know, it's not that the point is breaking. And I don't use electric sharpeners. I use the Coom. This one, I have shoved them in that one sharpener when they piss me off. Like this one's probably going to end up in an electric sharpener because I'm not having any luck with it whatsoever. And I'm sorry, I think I just swore again. I do apologize for that. Yeah, I'm going to trade it out for this one because I'm not having any luck with that. So do I dare stick it in the pencil sharpener? Well, then I would know if it's the sharpener or the pencil, right? What a pain in the rumpa. I gotta buy 2 little garbage cans. Had 2 issues this week where I lost garbage cans. Had some catastrophes in the garage. Alright, pencil number 2. See, this even feels different. The lead itself. It's harder. Which, see, those are in there. They're probably ones that were bought single. Yeah, this pencil doesn't feel creamy at all. Hugs back, hugs back. What Kim said. Definitely. Well, I made Amy, when she was telling me she was using Prismacolors, I made her buy a different pencil sharpener. You know, my pencils pretty much sit in the sun all the time because I have 2 skylights right over the table where they sit. So they are in the sun every day. Because I even thought that might have been a problem when they started breaking up there, was that they were getting too hot. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense because they tell you to heat them up. So they're just, Kim, these are sets I got for $60. So that's what I said. You know, it was when they were having quality control issues, changing factories. You know, the 150 sets were $60, so I'm sure that is why. Taylor, did you ever tell me what you were coloring? I'd like to get this bush done before he comes home. Did you start this page yet, Kim? I want to know what you guys think these steps are. Who has this book? Are you cement or wood? Kim, Amy, anyone? View? I'm not sure who else has this book. Taylor, you don't have this. I don't think you have any Teresa Goodrich, do you, Taylor? See, you can tell I'm getting nervous because, like, I'm like, Mike's gonna come home, Mike's gonna come home. Ooh. Yeah, my hand is tired now. You do have a few of her books. Oh, okay. You're doing yours in wood? Yeah, I couldn't decide. I don't think you were here when I was talking about it. I even asked Mike, like, are these wood or are they brick? Because those cracks are confusing me. And if you look at her picture on the cover, the cement ones have those little cracks too. So I think I'm going to do them cement, but I'm not absolutely positive yet. It's kind of, I'm worried about too much cement because of the brickwork and the stones down here. So, and I'm probably going to do this like a silver or cast iron possibly. So I'm kind of going to hold off and see. Then this window is definitely wood. And these look like stone. So. So, haven't made the final decision yet. Let's see, did Amy answer? You too, Kim? Or Amy, you're doing wood too? What book is this? Oh, this is the Small Town Charm. But, Taylor, I think you have Home Sweet Home, don't you? I'm gonna say this one we're doing too, me and Kim as a buddy. Like, kind of like the farm scene one. We're gonna color this one to you, but I won't be coloring it on camera. It'll be like the off-camera buddy color and Home Sweet Home. If anybody wants to join that. Kim and I think Amy also are doing that one. Try to knock out a couple at a time just to get them. And that one's got, God, that felt smooth compared to this one too. Didn't seem smooth when I was coloring in it. It's not like that. The Country Farm Scenes paper is super smooth, but Prismas didn't seem to like it. I don't know. Could just be me. That's okay. It's okay. Well, hi there, Linda. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I recognize your name. You're out in the coloring community, aren't you? I definitely remember seeing your name. Thanks for coming. I'm actually about to end. I start at midnight and pretty much in between 1:15 and 1:30. But still glad you stopped in, said hi. Give a like if you like the channel, if you like the content. I appreciate that. Yeah, your name looks familiar, though. Hi, Lindsay. Oh, okay. Welcome to the channel. We do Teresa Goodrich color alongs here. I'm on live every Friday night at midnight Eastern time. Sometimes I pop on a little bit earlier. I may do a pop-up here and there. We're currently working in Small Town Charm on this page. Live. I do tell the pencils. I don't do like extreme detailing of what I'm doing, like, but a little bit so that you're able to follow if you want to. I sometimes advise you wait to see what I do because I erase a lot. Oh, okay. Well, that's always good. Everybody here is pretty friendly. Pretty friendly. Everybody here is very friendly. They're all busy coloring right now. Watercolors. We have a couple watercolors in here. Valentini Art and Coloring, her channel, she does a lot of watercoloring. Amy experiments with the watercoloring. Amy travels in colors. But yeah, Valentini Art and Coloring. Did you change your name? I don't remember the coloring in there. Valentini Art and Coloring. She does a lot of watercoloring on her page. She actually makes watercolors. I think everybody here has a coloring channel. If you're looking for new coloring channels, a lot of people are starting to experiment. Oh, Coloring View. Let me make sure I get your channel name. Yeah, Coloring View. She also does a lot of watercoloring on her channel. I think it's two of them, and I think one of them is Italian. What's the meaning behind your name there, Jess? Her name's Jess. I don't do much watercoloring. A little bit with Neocolor 2s for backgrounds. Sometimes for Kirby Roseanne's page, I will use them to base the whole page. I shouldn't say sometimes. That's pretty much always. It's going to be a Neocolor 2 base or Inktense. So. Ooh, almost missed those two leaves. Okay. I did a page earlier today. I was saying it was all brick and flowers, and I opened this up, and I'm like, oh no, it's brick and flowers. Okay, well, I didn't do any green today on the other page, so I'll work on the green on here. I don't really know what color I want to do these flowers. My mom always makes fun of her. I guess they're supposed to be roses. Yes, I did remember. Kim. I used to be told I had a memory like an elephant. I remember things that don't matter. That's the crazy part. It's selective. Like Mike said, and it's how the doctor described it to me too. Like, it's all there. Anything that because I always say, like, oh, I got brain damage, I'm gonna be idiot. He's like, it's all there. It's just a matter of whether you can access it or not. Like, your brain will get stuck on a scratch. So I might not be able to remember that today, but tomorrow it'll be back because the needle moved. So, you know, for some reason, I'm not seeing a dark green. How did that get missed? Huh. This was supposed to be a full set. Yours is stuck in a ditch. Well, you said that was something to do with the one medication too, which that's terrible. Is my dark green with your chocolate? I don't know how. This is like a brand new set. I don't know how it doesn't have a dark green. Prismacolor does have a dark green, right? Yeah. Well, what the heck, man? All these pencils, I don't have a dark green. You gotta be kidding me. I know, she's hogging all the dang pencils. The heck? That's bizarre. All these pencils are not a dark green. Okay, now I'm kind of tripping. That doesn't even make sense. That just doesn't make sense. It's that little bag. Yeah, I seriously do not have one. Huh. Why is it not in this full set? I'll probably get off of here and it's going to pop right up, but I absolutely do not see dark green. Well, that's a bummer, and I need one. Okay. Let me make sure I stick all these back in here. There's not even a spot missing. And these came out of a tin and went in here, so the tin came without dark green. That makes me wonder, did I get two of another color? I've heard of that happening to people. And there it is, 2 moss greens. 2 moss and no dark. Yep, because this set came right out of a tin, so it came with 2 moss greens instead of a dark green. Yeah. Well, I hope she's enjoying and coloring something pretty with them, because I really need a dark green. And she can have her moss green back. I'll give you your moss back, View. Can I have my dark green back, please? Okay, so I don't know. I should probably just end it because I was thinking about that, Kim, like just to add the black and the to darken it up. That was exactly my thought. But you know, it's for these little tiny That's where I was going to put it, so it would be different than these. And I need to find something to do with true green. What do you guys do with true green? That is like the weirdest green. Is there 2 peacocks in here too? No, okay. Prussian and peacock. I wonder... I'm not telling you the color yet because I want to see if this works, so... Don't get on me, don't get on me. Ooh, losing my light. And I'd have to go into 3 colors. I don't really want to... I think even brighter. Pull that spring. Alright, that can work. So, black, peacock, and spring. A little bit of peacock, a dot of black. Spring to blend. Actually gonna go back with peacock first. Over the dark. And spring to blend. Using it through that whole RV book. Well, that's good. You still use it up. I never use them. I don't... See, and I think that's where it shows, like, not being able to blend colors. Because I'm sure that blended with something else probably makes a beautiful green. I was just starting to learn that with my polychromos and then switched back over to the Prismos. Now I'm kind of like, oh, shoot. Kind of forgot the process of where I was. I'm not a super fan of this green right here, but it's just for these few leaves, so... The peacock's very, or what am I, yeah, the peacock's pretty bluey. But I'm gonna go on the hunt for some dark greens. It's kind of, hope I have some to call the sister-in-law. Yeah, so that's something else to look out for. Like I said, this is a brand new set, and it absolutely has 2 moss greens and no dark. This is kind of a weird one too, the spring green. I don't know, it's funny when I listen to people talk about their greens. Like, a lot of people like the earthy greens, other people like the bright greens. I like the earthy because I think they look more natural, but sometimes they're too muddy. And that's kind of where I think those true greens and that comes in. You probably get that mud out of there. If, you know how to mix the colors. Thanks again to everybody watching. The chocolate? Was that Hobby Lobby? Yeah, that's the one you said Blick doesn't offer on their website. Is that... Did you say that about that one? I'm gonna ask my sister-in-law about that. See if they have them. Wonder if it's a color they're discontinuing or something. Because she did say they do not have all 150 colors in store. Alright guys, Mike is home. I hear him coming down the stairs. So it was perfect timing. I'm finished with these leaves. Thank you guys for coming again. I'm gonna locate that dark green. Good luck finding your chocolate, Kim. Thanks everyone for being here tonight. Appreciate you all. Amazon. Okay. Me too. I'm glad you did too. Welcome to the newcomers. Good night, everyone. See you next Friday. Bye.